What's up YouTube, this is Dylan over here. I'm the guy behind Squat Nation and I hope you've been enjoying my previous video so far. I do apologize that I haven't been posting anything. Some of you have been requesting instructional videos and I assure you those are coming very soon. And this is because I've gotten more opportunities to practice my Olympic weightlifting, but most importantly to practice Olympic weightlifting you do need specific equipment and specific location. So this video is to show you one of the training days that I've had at the MAC at Ryerson University, and I hope you enjoy. So what we have here are some snatch triples at around 75% of my max, I believe, and that day was meant for technique. And that's why I'm full snatching most of the time, even though I could power snatch that weight. The key thing when working with technique is to make sure you're full snatching and working on positioning on the bar, because as soon as you start adding weight onto that bar and you start going towards your max weight, you won't be able to pull up that bar as high as you are right now. So that's why you got to make sure you're comfortable sitting in the lowest position you can, and eventually you'll be able to do more and more weight. So here's my buddy David working on some light snatches to work on technique again, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but his body composition is much different from mine. He's much taller, much skinnier and leaner, and has much longer limbs, but again, that does not mean you can't have good technique if you're taller. So, the rest of the training was geared towards strength with some volume. As you can see here, I'm trying to keep everything under control, nice and controlled, slow pace on the way down and explosive on the way up. And if you have to move your feet position because you don't feel comfortable, make sure you do that. Squats, in my opinion, are probably the most important exercise to a weightlifter. Whether it's for the clean and jerk or the snatch, most of the power will be generated through the legs. That day the program was to do 5 sets of 8 at around 70% of my max, I believe. But for some reason that day I went into the workout with 4 hours of sleep, and that just completely made my workout like 10 times harder. So what you can take from this is making sure you get a nice good rest. After those back squats, like my legs were fried, I almost gave up and quit and just went home, but don't do that. David then worked on some front squats. As you can see here, nice and controlled, very nice and fluid. To be honest, he has one of the best squatting forms I've ever seen with anyone. Nice and upright, no leaning forward whatsoever. Next was some Snatch Pole triples. Basically, it's a deadlift with a snatch grip and you add an extension at the end. But the exercise basically ends before you would normally proceed to fall under the bar in a regular snatch. So here's a side view for you to show you a different angle. The key thing for the snatch pole is to make sure during the extension that you're nice and straight up as opposed to forward or backwards. This is very important for your snatch technique because you want the least deviation from the bar as possible. You want the bar to be going straight up and back down as opposed to an S shape or whatever it is, falling forward. I finished off the rest of the workout with some accessory work. And right now we have some Penley Rows. The key thing here is to make sure that there's no rounding in the lower back and the upper back at all, and that your back is straight. A little tip here for choosing the weight for this exercise is to make sure that you're able to pull the bar up to you, to your chest, as opposed to pulling yourself to the bar. So you shouldn't be seeing any movement in your torso at all. It should be staying at the height it started with. So next are some knee raises to work on core, and to be honest with you, you should be going much slower, but the reason why I'm going so fast is because I had like 5 minutes to finish my training since they had it booked for varsity training and they were trying to kick me out. So make sure you work on your core by doing some knee raises and pair this up with some back extensions to strengthen the lower back and the erectors, and this is going to help you big time for the big lifts such as the max deadlift or back squats. This is going to help you neutralize your spine and prevent rounding of the back. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments or requests for the next videos, make sure you comment down below, and in the meanwhile, take care.